If you write anything on your computer...
Commercials, don't you love them? Alright. That was Doki Doki's, yeah, by Kathy-chan and all them, yep. But, as y'all know, let me get back to where we were at last time. Monica, stop messing with my computer, Jesus. Let me go. Okay. My camera's not working today. Like, I can't. It's not working, so I'm sorry about that, guys. So sorry about all that. Just as a heads up. I can't see chat and everything, so we should be good. Alright. So previously we were being Yuri and getting through day 1 and hit the first night before our first poem session. So let's get right back into it. We were going to share it with Monica because Monica approached us first, so we're going to do that now. God, my writing's all shaky. I shyly hand the notebook to Monica. She reads it a few times and squints her eyes. Were you a little tired when you wrote this, Yuri? Writing's all shaky. Just a bit. I was so worried about my mother that I didn't really work on my poem's presentation. Sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Actually, even though your writing is a little shaky, I really like your poem. haven't read a lot of your works before, so correct me if I'm wrong, but one is a little different from the ones you usually write, right? Indeed. I wanted to try something that was deep with more symbolism. Something with some kind of meaning. I wasn't too sure about what I wanted to do, that I wanted to say in the poem, but I think it just came out nicely. Have you understood something from it? Except its superficial nature, of course. I'm not too sure, but is this about the past and its link to the present? The way I see it, the person described in this poem is like a ghost in a way. They're here under the spotlight, but they're unable to let go of the past, while at the same time being a part of the present. Well, that's mainly my interpretation, but I think some people are a bit like that. Monica chuckles. So, how did I do? Fascinating. Monica's interpretation was impressive. When I'm writing these poems, the concept is always a little abstract in my head. However, Monica managed to take all that as abstract concepts and explain them. I smiled at Monica. Really impressive. It was on point. You really understood what I meant to say, what I meant in my poem. Well, that was to be expected of you. You're a club president, after all. Why, thank you, Yuri. Want to read my poem? I'd be glad to know what you think about it. Of course. Monica hands me her poem with a big smile on her face. I take it with my 2 hands and I slowly read it. I get chills just by reading her poem. This is a masterpiece. It's easy to tell she wanted to put a message in her poem, too, but I can't seem to figure out what it was. One thing's for sure, it's heartfelt. So, how was it? I spent a while on this one, you know. It's honestly really good. I can't find any flaws in your writing. I feel some kind of rhythm when reading it, and it's pretty easy to picture what you wrote in my head. The only thing I don't really understand here is the message you wanted to put in it. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was your objective too, wasn't it? But since you wrote about something you personally wanted to convey, with your own meaning, I'd say it's pretty normal for me not to understand. Seeing an infinite amount of possibilities and choices you can't reach. Well, a poem rarely makes me think that much, but as I said, it's really good. I look up from the poem to see Monica listening to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I overthink it? I mean, I just... Haha, Yuri, that's alright. Actually, it's fascinating to hear your train of thought. I indeed wanted to talk about a personal experience in that poem. I can't really tell you what it's about, as I'm not too sure myself. But I think your interpretation isn't too far from the truth. Haha, mine is nothing next to yours, Monica. Well, only Super will tell us. Don't forget, you have to share your poem with him, too. If you speak with all your passion, just like you did with me, there's no doubt things will be interesting. Monica winks at me and goes back to her chair. I look at my poem again. Turns out I may have made something a little better than I had initially expected. Suddenly I hear some steps towards me. I stare at Super. Looks like he's done sharing his poem with Natsuki. She has an odd smile on her face. I've never seen her this way. Without a word, Super stops next to me, smiling. Oh. Does he want to show me his poem? I gently take the poem from his hands. Adventure, alone, amazing, awesome, beauty, bed, bless, broken, calm, charm, cheer, childhood, clumsy, color, comfort, cry, dance, dark, daydream, dazzle. So, a lot of those are, let's see. Okay, those are all for freaking Sayori, but yeah, he went, okay, whatever. Well, what did I just read? It's a little weird. This poem has the simplistic vibe to it. I can clearly see he's put some effort in it. And what's with that drawing?
There are so many questions I wish I could ask him, but it just frustrates him. I can easily feel that it's a beginner's work. He tried mixing styles and doing some freeform writing. How am I supposed to tell him that without hurting him? But that may be a good occasion to talk to him, just like Monica told me. What shall I start with? What is... Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. I can't just deduce that this is his first poem. For all I know, he may have written in the past. So I can't just start giving him advice like that. I need to know if it's a first for him or not. This is embarrassing, but seeing him look at me like this way just makes me want to talk to him more. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. God. I sound way too harsh. I thought this would go well, but I'm just getting lost in my thoughts again. Oh my gosh, my phone is being annoying. I need to be outgoing, but not too harsh. I need to be interesting. This is too hard for a person like me. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, here it goes. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognized in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They form fit the two together. Then the result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? What did I just say? I didn't mean to. Natsuki said so many bad things about Subaru, so I assumed... Though they looked like they got along well. Who am I to say such things? I'll have to apologize to Natsuki for saying that. I just got lost in my train of thought. Again, I wasn't thinking straight. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Do you mind if I read your poem now? I take a deep breath. Now's the time to know what he'll think about mine. Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and process behind it. I smile at Subaru as he takes the poem from my hands. Sorry. Will he understand what I meant in it? I hope you will. His poem wasn't as great as I expected it to be, but it has shown me that he's able to understand some things. I cross my fingers behind my back. A minute passes. He's still reading my poem. Oh, I remember what Monica told me. Maybe he's just struggling to read my handwriting. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Super jerks his head up and looks at me with a confused expression. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. So Super liked my writing. For some reason, that makes me a little happy. Also, like the poem. Even though short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Well, he didn't understand my poem. That's a bit disappointing. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Subaru. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Ooh-wee. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you.
Subaru nods at me with a big smile and takes his poem back. I slowly sigh.
That wasn't as horrible as I expected it to be. I ended up having to explain.
I love the grammar. It's like, it's not intentional, but it happens, I understand. I ended up having to explain my poem a little too much, but it was pretty interesting. It's a bit disappointing to see that Subaru didn't understand the main message of my poem, but I'd gladly do it again. Subaru walks away towards Monica. She's already smiling at him. Sari's still at the table looking around her and listening to Monica and Subaru. Natsuki's just reading her manga in the corner of the room. I take a step towards her. She lifts her head.
Oh, Yuri! Shared your poem with everyone already? Well, I've shared it with Monica and Subaru and Sayori. Looks like she's focusing on something else. How did it go? What are you talking about? Well, you were with Subaru a bit earlier, am I right? Looked like things went well. See, there was no reason to... Oh, don't talk about that. What? Natsuki's tone was so cold just now. How come you should be happy? How come? Yeah. You should be happy to talk to him, right? He's not that bad after all. Haha. Yuri, I said no. It's just makes me feel uneasy being around him. So please, just don't talk about him. What's she saying? This isn't Natsuki. Natsuki would never talk like that. She's still just reading her manga as if nothing's wrong. Hey, Natsuki? What's wrong? Did he say something that's embarrassed you? She closes her manga. Did it just sound harsh, Yuri? Natsuki looks hurt. Kind of. I just wanted to know how it went, and you suddenly answered me in a cold manner. Oh god, I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm fearing the worst. Did Super tell her something awful? No, he wouldn't do that. He probably just... Ha ha ha. I'm so sorry, Yuri, but I was reading that particularly upsetting passage of my manga. My mood easily fluctuates when I'm concentrated on the story. So, to answer your question, I hate admitting it, but he isn't as horrible as I thought. His poem was actually really good. Of course, I couldn't tell him that. Else he'd start believing he's some kind of master of poems of some sort. Did you see it too? I did. To be completely honest, I was kind of disappointed. I think he has the potential, but his poem wasn't really powerful. Really? Well, I kind of disagree. There was a certain presence emanating from it. Something that compelled me to like it, you know? Haha. What are you laughing for? To think that you were hating him yesterday. You made a complete 180. Yeah. Well, You know what? That doesn't matter. After all, it's not like I want to get closer to him. Well, I wouldn't mind. Put my hand in front of my mouth. What am I saying? This is too awkward. You what? What do you mean? You'd like to get closer to him? As a friend, of course. I don't want to, you know. Well then, if you say so. Natsuki gives me a weird stare. Suddenly, Monica sits next to her. How's everything going, girls? Oh, Monica! It's all going well. Yuri and I have already shared our poems with Subaru, so we were talking about what he wrote. We don't really agree on what to think about it, though. Remember, the way you see a poem, or any type of art in general, is really subjective. You just have to talk it out to say what you liked and what you disliked. Actually, I just read his poem, and if my interpretation is correct, Yuri, you disliked this poem, right? What? How did you know? Haha, it's pretty obvious. He clearly wrote with a certain style, and knowing Natsuki, it was clear that she'd like it. Isn't that true, Natsuki? God, Monica! Don't just start saying those things. It's true that his style was interesting. It's very simplistic, yet it has a meaning behind it. It's not too elaborate. Of course, it's a first for him, but I was impressed. Oh, so you found meaning in his poems? I thought it was well written, but I couldn't find a deeper meaning to it. Mind tell us what it's about? Monica was right. For criticizing his poem, I didn't even take the time to try to understand what he wanted to convey. Natsuki hesitating to give her full opinion now. Actually, how can I say this? God, I can't explain it. You know, that feeling of, this is so frustrating. Poems transcend words, you know. Natsuki, I don't mean to be harsh, but poems are words. Well, you get what I meant. Am I dreaming, or you've actually quoted one of your manga? Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? Monica burst into laughter. This situation is so ridiculous. Natsuki, however, is still looking at us with an exasperated expression. You two are children. We're just teasing you, Natsuki. Oh, by the way, Monica, what did you think of Subaru's poem? Oh my. Oh, my poem? Haha, I don't think he really understood what I was about. He actually called my poem freeform. Freeform? But your poem's so great, Monica. It's far from being freeform. I don't mind, though. I think he enjoyed it. He asked for an explanation, so I think he ended up learning a bit more about the process of writing a poem. Oh, that's right. I haven't read your poem, Monica. Can I take a look at it? Of course. Here you go. Monica hands Natsuki her poem. She grabs it and starts eagerly reading it. I like it. It's not my style of writing, obviously, but I can see a lot of effort went into it. What's that about looking through a hole, though? I didn't really get that part. It's supposed to be the main part of the poem, actually. Well, sorry, but I really enjoyed the writing, though. That's alright. By the way, have you two shared your poems with each other yet? Oh, Hi, German. No, we haven't. We were busy discussing Subaru's poem, so we haven't done it yet. Well then, I'll let you get to it. I'll talk to Sayer for a little bit. Alright, let's do it. Natsuki and I exchange our poems. Monkeys can climb, we got but that's about it. Well, this isn't really surprising, but I expect Natsuki to put a little more effort into it. I smile a little. Obviously, she didn't really try. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. We both put our respective poems back on the desk. I can see in Natsuki's eyes that she isn't too impressed by my poem either. It's true that we've never really shared our writing before, though. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. How am I supposed to answer that? I can't really find any adjectives to describe her poem. Yours is cute? Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? What's with Natsuki's behavior? She's never been this aggressive towards me. Is she just saying that because I said her poem was cute? I didn't want to be mean. I just wanted to compliment her. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't really come out that nice at all. I can't just lie to her and tell her that the poem was great. How can I tell her about what I think she needs to fix? Hi! It sounds like she really isn't in a good mood today. So, what? Oh, thank you for the follow, Bad Cat. Apparently it didn't notify me when that happened. Oh, there it goes. It sounds like she really isn't really in a good mood today, so she'll most likely get upset. As her friend, I have to tell her. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sura liked it. And Subaru did too. She's losing her temper. I glanced at Sayori. She looks a little surprised. I thought she didn't want to participate in sharing of poems. Natsuki never even told me that she shared hers with Sayori in the first place. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. That was unnecessarily passive-aggressive, but Natsuki's acting so strangely. This kind of fight never happened before, so why now? Is her behavior linked to Subaru? Is she just trying to act tough in front of him? I know I shouldn't be doing this, but Natsuki needs to have some sense knocked into her. And Subaru liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki stands up and looks at me. I can see anger burning in her eyes. This isn't the Natsuki I know. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. She can't just use these arguments. She knows perfectly well it's hard for me to talk to people. This is... that's not what I... You're just... Without even thinking, I stand up and I look down at Natsuki. Maybe you're just jealous that Subaru appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. I said it. Just a few minutes ago, we were all peaceful talking to each other. But it's her fault. She wanted it. She's in a bad mood for God knows what reason, and she's just letting her anger out on me. This is unfair. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I clenched my fist. I don't think I've ever felt such an amount of anger. Unless she's just making herself look like a fool. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Faking her cuteness is in her poems. No, thank you. This is just lame. Sayori shyly walks towards us. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Subaru started showing up. Natsuki! Oh. So she went and said it. My best friend actually said it. I feel my nails digging in my skin as I clench my fist even harder. How could she even say something like that? Just because she wants to be the tough one here. I'm just like struggling speaking today. Does she want to be admired by Subaru that badly? I'm sure he doesn't want to be near such a hopeless girl anyway. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I can't do both voices at the same time, so you know. Best girl? I don't have one, sadly enough. All Dokis are equal. I yelled at Monica without even thinking. This is between me and Natsuki. I don't like fighting, guys. I appreciate Sayori's concern too, but this is none of her business. I can feel the tension going between me and Natsuki. I wish it didn't have to come to that. But I can't let Natsuki ruin my reputation. Her poem needs some fixing, and she's acting so childish over it. I turned to Subaru and I looked him straight in the eye. Subaru? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Subaru. Arguments are totally wrong. So why is she making this sound so true? Why is she acting all cute in front of Subaru?
Hello. Yeah, that happens.
It makes me want to shout at her even more. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deeply expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning that most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Subaru? Well...
Subaru's standing there, looking alternatively at Natsuki and me.
The choice shouldn't be too hard, right? My arguments are on point. There's no way he'd go for Natsuki. She's just being overly cutesy, not making any proper sense. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, I said with relief. So Subaru understood what I meant. But complimenting me like that, that's a little... But Natsuki has a point. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that. Oh, so in the end, he doesn't agree with me. I should have expected that. After all, my arguments aren't that good. And Natsuki's so much cuter than I am. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Ahaha! Shows how much you know. That's not...
Thank you. Appreciate that. She keeps trying to irritate me in front of Subaru. Sayuri is the best girl, and YouTube agrees. Sayuri is the profile picture of the YouTube made DDLC theme channel. Okay. I don't know about that. She keeps trying to irritate me in front of Subaru. Does she want me to start yelling again? That won't happen. I'm not that type of person. It seems like she doesn't know me after all. And here I thought we were friends. Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. She's trying to sound all whiny to get Subaru's pity, but... Huh? Who started after all? She was the mean one. I'm not gonna argue. It's just, it's YouTube's choice, I guess. Whatever. She's talking about it was entirely her fault. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it could definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. Sayuri stands behind Subaru, nodding in agreement. I wonder whose side she's on. She's been very quiet today. That's unusual. Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki, all surprised. Why should she act this way? If she knows that her writing's good... Thanks for noticing. She looks down, not saying another word. She should be happy to get some praise. She loves it. Yuri... I look at Subaru. Judging from that expression on his face, I must seem awful to him. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So, you don't need to feel threatened either. His smile is so soothing. Just looking at him makes my heart Just thinking of it makes my heart flutter. All that hatred I felt seconds ago has been replaced with some sort of happiness. What is this?
Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Subaru. Sheesh. She inhales and she quickly glances at me. The thing about, She looks around the room. She's obviously in an embarrassing situation. I can't help but feel a little sorry for her. Just a little. Would everyone stop staring at me? Sayori and Monica, still watching from the back of the room, look away. I keep my attention focused on her. Now this is childish, but I'd like to hear her apology. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. She looks away, ignoring my gaze. I may have sounded a little harsh, or maybe way too harsh. Now that I think about it, what was I thinking? Natsuki's my friend. How could I be so mean? Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori... For some reason, this sounds too embarrassing for me to handle. Say it in front of Subaru. I'll go make some tea. I turn around, leaving everyone where they were before. When I open the closet to grab the tea set, I hear Sayori talking to Subaru. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I shake my head. Of course I appreciated it, but it's just... wasn't the right moment. I put the tea on... I cannot English. I put the tea set on the table and I take the kettle. I guess I need some more water again. I head to the door. I leave the club room as fast as possible. I close the door behind me. What happened? What happened to our friendship? To the good mood of the club? This was both Natsuki's fault and mine. Not only should I apologize to Natsuki, but also to everybody else. And what will Subaru think too? He probably sees us as mean people. Ugh. I slam my head against my forehead. Hand against my forehead. That was such a stupid thing to do. It was Subaru's first day at the club as a real member, and we managed to ruin it. I slowly walk to the nearest fountain, next to the staircase. I put the kettle under the faucet, and I let it fill up. Meanwhile, I go sit on the steps. I bury my face in my hands. I was so stupid. I probably hurt Natsuki too. Will she end up leaving me alone? I shouldn't have told her all those things. She's been trying her best to be outgoing and to talk to Subaru. I told her to wait and see how it goes with him, didn't I? Hi, Mario. Oh, thank you for the sub. I told her to wait as okay. Maybe what Monica said was right. It was jealousy. I've never felt that angry in my entire life, and seeing her destroy... Thank you for the follow, or subscribe. Yeah. English. Thank you for subscribing, Mario. I've never felt that angry in my life. And seeing her destroy my reputation in front of him irritated me so much more. But why would I be jealous? He's just a random person that joined our club, isn't he? But isn't that what you call love? No. No, there's no way I'm in love with Subaru. I've only known him for a day, and it seems like he doesn't really like me anyway. I chuckle. What am I thinking? That's... I suddenly jerk my head up. Oh no. The kettle's overflowing with water. Just how long did I sit here thinking? I quickly stand up and then empty some water out of the kettle and I cannot English. My tongue is tying itself. Like, whatever. Time to get back to business then. I quickly walk back to the club room, kettle in hand. Make the water boil while I prepare myself a cup of tea. I'd like to ask others if they want some, but that'd probably be too awkward considering the lively discussion they're having. Suddenly Monica raises her voice, presumably for me to hear as well. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. I hesitate for a second. If I ignore the little argument we've had with... It was pretty interesting to share poems. Well, I see it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Natsuki glances at me. cold stare she gives me sends a chill down my spine. I cannot the English, this is very true. Are we still friends? Subaru, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Not, I can't English. Welcome, Pekka. I can't speak Russian, so I don't know what you said. I just know the random part. Sorry. I know that says da da da, and then some other stuff, but that's it. In that case, we'll do some things tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So, your poem will turn out even better. Another poem? It's not, I don't want to, of course, but do I have to come up with another poem idea for tomorrow? Since Subaru didn't understand the one I wrote today? Oh, that's right. I wanted to ask her what his poem was about. Oh my gosh, why am I yawning? I'm not tired. Oh my god. It's only 3 o'clock and I'm already tired. Subaru, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. I do not speak the Russian either. Say your beams at Subaru. I guess now's not really the moment to talk to him then. You speak memes? That's nice. The two of them exit the club room, waving at us, just like yesterday. They look perfect together. I'm definitely jealous. The club room's all silent now. I take a sip of my tea, and in the end, I made too much of it. Nobody wanted a drink. Suddenly, Monica comes up next to me. I can't read that. That's so frustrating. Well then, girls. What happened? Natsuki at the back of the room listens to Monica from afar. Come here, Natsuki. She lazily gets up and walks towards us. What is it? I know this is none of my business, but I wanted to let you both know that those arguments are pretty common when you're friends, you know. So please, try to take it easy, alright? Subaru didn't have to see that. I'm terribly sorry, Monica. Yeah, me too. It's all good. Make sure you have... Blah, 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 blah. Make sure you two have a nice talk to settle everything, alright? Does anybody want to join your squad? If it's the Sayori squad, or Natsuki squad, or the Yuri squad, or the Monica squad, I can't join. I mean, the Dokis are equal squad. I also, bro, you can translate this into an interpreter. I know how much you two value each other, so let's not have that go to waste. You know you can translate this into an interpreter. I can, but that's like a lot of timing, and I can't do that midstream. Sorry. I need something that'll automatically translate. That'll automatically translate for me. Alrighty. Ugh. But you stayed longer yesterday. I know, but I have things to do. Sorry. Please close the room when you leave. I'm so sorry, I'm tired. I got nothing to do, so also I'm on mobile also. Monica hands the key to Natsuki. Alright. I'll take care of it. See you tomorrow, Monica. Natsuki grabs the keys from Monica and hands and walks to the back of the class without looking at me. Despite the fact that she said things are fine between us, I can see they're not. If I was on my computer, I would open the translator. I would totally do it too if I wasn't streaming and if I had a dual monitor. But I don't, so. Monica lowers her voice. Make sure you apologize. You got a truly valuable friend. Don't forget that. Is there a way to do it on this? Let's find out. Give me a second. I'm going to find something out. Filters. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. I'm not worried about it now. Nothing. I also use a translator. Alrighty. Alright. She gives me one last smile before turning around and exiting the room. It's just Natsuki and me in the club room now. This is awkward. Natsuki's just looking out the window, not making a sound. I pour some tea in a cup and shyly call her. Natsuki? She doesn't even turn her head. Do you want some tea? No, thank you. How cold. I lower my gaze. Natsuki. So, this made by the same person who made the yes, this is made by the same person that made Doki Doki Rain Clouds and Doki Doki You Lift Club and whatever, all that stuff. Again, what do you need? Do you hate me? I don't dare look at her. She's silent for a few seconds. No, I don't. But what you said hurt me. Are we still friends? All the things you said is making me doubt that we are. I stand there completely in shock. I feel a tear roll down my cheek. Natsuki's my best friend. I'm sorry. Without another word, I get up from my chair and I run out of the club room to the nearest bathroom. Is it better to write in a chat? I do not understand the words. If by, it seems like it. By the time I've entered, my sleeve was already drenched with tears. I sit on one of the toilets. I quietly sob into my sleeve. Wait, hold the phone. I'm holding my phone. What's up? I'm just kidding. Back to streaming, sorry. I quietly sob into my sleeve, okay. Of course Natsuki would react this way. I was so mean. I'm so sorry, Natsuki. So sorry. I rest my head against the stall. My breath feels uneven. I didn't cry for long, but my throat hurts and my muscles feel tense. I take a few seconds to calm down. Just how can I apologize to her? I'm so bad at this. Serving some tea or trying to talk won't help me. I messed up everything. It's just because of the mod. So, yeah. I don't know about that. So far it's been on dot with Rain Clouds, like it's followed through it. Based off what I've seen. Because I finished Rain Clouds not even a month or two ago, and it seems like it's just following completely through with it. So, it doesn't show it in Rain Clouds, but they were friends. Like, it gives more emphasis on Yuri's point of view on this one. I'm assuming they're going to make one for Natsuki here soon, so you can see her point of view through all of it, you know, before Sayori dies and so on and so forth. Hopefully they'll make one about Monica and how she felt this entire time, you know, but it's pretty cool. I'm not done yet, so we'll finish it here in a little while. Not today, but within the next few weeks. Yuri, I know you're there, so stop hiding. My eyes widen. What should I say? Should I say anything at all? I open my mouth to speak, but no words come out. Bye!
Have a nice day. I push open the door of the stall to see Natsuki patiently waiting for me. There's no other streams but mine. Oh no. I push open the door of the stall to see Natsuki patiently waiting for me.
Why would you even... Oh, hey, did you actually cry?
I look down, hiding my eyes from Natsuki's view. It must look miserable for her to suddenly change her behavior like that. A little bit of Monica. Thank you. I must look miserable, yeah. I hear her steps getting closer.
Yuri? God, don't just sit there in the stall like that. It's way too small.
She grabs my hand and drags me out of the bathroom.
Let's sit down for a little bit.
Her voice is soft now. How can she be so soothing after our argument?
This isn't right. Don't. Let me talk first.
I sit down on the steps. Natsuki sits next to me. Our shoulders are touching.
Why is she doing this?
She takes a deep breath.
Alright, so... Listen, I'm sorry, Yuri. I acted childish, and I realized that I ended up hurting you. So it's just... It's my job as a role model to show you how to be responsible, right? After all this time we spent together, why would everything collapse now? Because of Subaru? That'd be incredibly cliché. So, again, I'm sorry. It's just that I've been going through tough times recently. I just reacted too quickly. But you said some mean things too, you know. I almost thought you hated me just because of the poem. That's ridiculous. Yuri, don't tell me you're crying again, dummy. Sorry, Natsuki. Sorry for all the mean things I said. I thought you hated me.
I rest my head against my knees. I start to weep. I can't even look at her right now. Suddenly I feel a hand on my back.
Hey now, of course I don't hate you. God, stop crying, will you? It hurts to see you like this. Everything's fine now, see? It's all settled. Now dry those tears and come help me clean up everything in the club, alright?
I take a moment to catch my breath. I feel dizzy.
Will you forgive me? Of course I will. The question is, will you? Yes. Yes, I forgive you. Your poem wasn't actually as bad as I made it sound. I guess Subaru's presence just shook us all a little bit, right? Haha, I guess so.
He shakes his head a bit embarrassed.
Tell me, Natsuki. How come you wanted Subaru to side with you that much? Didn't you tell me you hated him? No. Well, yes, but I've been thinking maybe he's not that bad. I've joined his poem, and that matters.
Oh, and Natsuki's, I can hear the FBI coming to your house already. Well, it seems like the person who made this agrees that Natsuki and Yuri ship. Yep, I guess.
I've enjoyed his poem, and that matters.
I stare at Natsuki with a quizzical look.
Hey, don't give me that look. He's just a friend, alright? Nothing more.
I burst into laughter.
Come on, I'm just teasing you.
I grin at Natsuki.
Shall we forget about this whole argument then? Oh, well, if you implore me, I guess I can consider it. Please? Fine.
Natsuki gets up and signs me to follow her. I guess I still need to put the tea set back in the closet. We both enter the club room. Natsuki directly heads to the closet. It seems like she was searching for something to read while I was away. Meanwhile, I walk to the desk and get my cup of tea. Meanwhile,
I'll walk to the desk. Yeah, I said that. I finish it in a sip, and I put it back on the tray. I pick it up. I guess I need to wash everything again, right? I turn around, but Natsuki calls me before I get the chance to leave. Yuri, what do you think you're doing? Huh? Well, I'm going to clean the teacups, of course. Have you forgotten about yesterday, when I saved you from certain death? Just leave that to me, and go sit down. The live channel is broken. What do you mean? The live channel's broken. Uh-oh. Doki Doki. Okay. You get tired after all that crying. Natsuki grabs the tray from my hands and quickly walks to the exit. So she really doesn't want me to get hurt again. I sit at my table, waiting for her to come back. As it seems like she doesn't hate me. I have to make sure this doesn't happen again. I almost lost someone close to me. I don't want to let this happen again. I glance at my cell phone, hoping for a text message from my mother. Nothing. I'm not really surprised. Suddenly the club door opens and Natsuki proudly answers the tray in hand. There we go. I cleaned it all by myself. Who's the dependable one now? You didn't even let me clean it, though. Sheesh. That doesn't matter. You owe me one again. She's already back to her usual teasing. I shook my head. According to you, I owe me a life, you know. Well, obviously you do. She winks at me and puts the tea set back into the closet. She taps her fingers. I turn my head. Come on, it's already getting late, you know. Monica told us to close the club room, so let's not sit all here forever. Alright, alright. I get up from my chair and I put it back under the table. Natsuki tosses me the keys. I wait for her to exit the room. She comes out and directly looks out the window. As I lock the door, I hear her mumbling behind me. Is anything the matter, Natsuki? Well, I was looking at the main park, and since no one's there, I thought maybe you'd like to go and take a walk? I mean, I know we already went out with Monica yesterday, but I thought maybe it'd be good after what happened, you know? YouTube machine broke. And don't cry. Come on. Of course. I'd be glad to take a walk with you. Sweet! Oh my god, I can't read. Natsuki laughs and runs down the stairs without waiting for me. Whew. I take some time to look out the window. The main park is right in front of our school, and as Natsuki said, no one's there. I cannot read. It may be getting a little late, so everyone's probably back home already. That'll be a more peaceful walk, at least. I readjust my bag on my shoulder, and I quickly walk down the stairs, looking for Natsuki. Natsuki, standing there waiting for me. Why are you taking your time? Come on, be a little more active. Natsuki, you do know this is who I am, right? We still have some time left. Take it easy. I don't have that much time, you know. Someone's waiting for me at home. I look down. I'm happy for Natsuki. It must feel nice to have someone waiting for her when she comes home. Not really. I see then. Let's get going. I walk past Natsuki to the exit. Just a few days left, and I'll probably see my mother again. Just a few more days. Ooh-wee. I suddenly turn to Natsuki. She stares at me with a quizzical look. Hey, I was wondering. Don't you think Sayori's been pretty silent today? No, I don't really think so. She was just probably tired, considering how often she oversleeps. Or she just wanted to be alone. Don't worry about it too much. Plus, she went home with Subaru, right? So, he'll probably notice if something's wrong. Is that so? Yeah. Don't read it too much. Let's just go and enjoy our walk. Yeah. The mod starts off with Yuri waking up to her mother calling her. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. You get a little bit more information about the characters, even though it's not like legit 100% actual information on the, you know, by Dan Salvato. It's still a little more you get to know. And not in Natsuki. She's probably right. I'm just imagining things. After all, we're Sayori's friends. She'd tell us if anything was wrong. Still, I'd love to learn more about her. We rarely spend time together, so in the end, I barely know anything about her. Natsuki and I exit the school grounds, and we directly head to the park. Everything's silent around us. I can only hear the sound of flowing water in Natsuki's steps. It's really relaxing. I sit down on a bench next to Natsuki. She looks out into the distance with a neutral expression. Natsuki? She doesn't answer. Like she may be lost in her thoughts. Is that what I look like when I do it? I chuckle a little. I take in a deep breath after the fresh air. I look around at me. This is exactly what kind of place that inspires me. All this nature, this ambiance, created by the sounds, this cool breeze. It all feels so calm. I smile to myself, and I glance at Natsuki. I should consider myself lucky to be her friend. Even though what happened today was quite an experience, it'd be too hard to forget all the moments I've spent with her. Hi, Nugget! Explain. Oh, yeah, you're talking about. Okay. All the tasting she's done, and all the hours we've spent and arguing on whether manga is real literature or not. Haha. Natsuki suddenly turns her head towards me. What are you laughing for, dummy? Was my face weird? Oh no. Oh, thank you for subscribing or following. Oh no. It was just funny to see you stay silent and think for a minute. Hey, that's my job. I'm the one supposed to tease you, you know. Anyway, what were you thinking about? Oh, nothing really. Are you sure? To me, it looked like you were intensely thinking about something. You can tell me if something's on your... I told you. I'm fine. Shotgun. Oh no, not this again. Oh no. Oh, I've had this happen before. That was just a little personal. Sorry about that. It's pretty clear that Natsuki's lying to me. Now I'm even more curious. If you say so. A few minutes pass. Both of us are silent. Look at the park, enjoying the fresh evening breeze. I stretch on the bench. Suddenly an idea crosses my mind, and I turn to Natsuki. I have an idea. God, Yuri, you startled me. What's that about? You sound fired up all of a sudden. I was thinking, you know, after what happened yesterday, I thought maybe... It's so embarrassing to ask. It's the first for me. Would you mind having a sleepover at my house tonight? Just to make up for what happened, in a way? Some way of apologizing to you? My voice is getting gradually inaudible. I look at Natsuki. Oh, well, that's... problematic. Oh, I'm sorry. That sounded out of context and stupid. It wasn't my intention, so sorry. Oh no, that's not a problem at all. It's just that I have to go home, so... Natsuki looks at me and sighs. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll just call home later and say that I'm at your house. Who wouldn't enjoy a girl's sleepover after all? I sigh with relief. I grin at Natsuki. Thank you. Without a thought, I put my arms around her, and I hug her tightly. Hey, Yuri! She sighs and she pats my back. You really are a child sometimes.
She lets go of me and she ponders for a few seconds. I don't even know what's even happening in this chat anymore. Oh god. She lets go and she ponders for a few seconds.
Well, I guess I should thank you for inviting me then. But, you know, I'm really excited now. I've never been to sleepover before. Are you sure that won't bother you? Of course not. I live alone at home, so that doesn't matter. I'll just lend you some of my clothes.
Suddenly I burst into laughter. For a split second I imagined Husky wearing one of my clothes. That'd be ridiculous.
God, stop laughing. It's not my fault I'm this small. Besides, you're way too tall. I'll just manage. Don't worry. I don't need your clothes. Sorry, that was just too funny.
I catch my breath. I laughed just a little too much.
Anyway, shall we get going? I'm getting a little cold. Sure thing.
Are we heading straight home then? Natsuki hesitates once more.
No regrets. I'm coming.
Natsuki gets up from the bench and waits for me to lead the way. In the end, we didn't even have a real walk. We just ended up sitting on a bench. Just talking was a better way, anyway. Ooh-wee. I pick up my bag, we both exit the park. Natsuki's quietly humming behind me. I didn't know it put her in such a good mood to be invited to my house. That makes two of us. I unlock my front door and we both enter my house. Okay, so let me see. How long have I been going at it for a little while? I feel like I've been doing it for a little while. I've been going for an hour. I think it's best for now that I end the stream. So we're gonna save here and expect another stream of Doki Doki. And welcome, by the way. Expect another stream of Doki Doki Sunday. I'll do another stream of Doki Doki on Sunday. And then Monday I'll have another stream. I'll do 3 streams most likely. So I'll be doing Doki Doki, Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Because I have a thing set up for that. And then, probably a podcast with some of my friends if any of y'all are interested. But we're going to get more information. I don't know for sure if the podcast is going to happen that night. So, just as a heads up, for sure we'll have 2 streams. One of Doki Doki and one of Zelda. So, yeah. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all of that. If you want to keep updated, hit that little bell icon, you know. But I promise, we'll finish this within the next few streams. And it may be a little bit before I find another Doki Doki thing. You can continue the war. I'm going to keep the stream up for another, like, 10 minutes, playing some music in the background. So feel free to battle it out. But yeah. We're going to do... We're going to be... Yep, more time to mobilize the army. So, I'm going to get everything set up for the stream being over. So for now, if you guys want to just talk, we can talk. That's all good. It's right there, I think. Oh, okay, peace. No! Can, like, it load? I guess not. I need music. Music! That'll work. Let's not commercials. Oh gosh. Yeah, right? The GIF is great. But yeah, give you the link to the GIF. Give me a second. Oh, it's too big. I can't send it.
afraid you can't come back. You better stay that way. Don't try to test me, don't try to test me. It might make it summer, right? We both don't want that.